Hello and welcome back, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. My name is Aisha and today we have like a little bit of a random off the cuff, I guess what you could call filler video. So to be honest, I kind of just like got really inspired to make this video by a lot of other creators on this app. So I watch YouTube literally constantly, like I have a YouTube video on some sort of device at all times, and just like sometimes I just have like, you know, play whatever's next on type thing, especially if I'm like cleaning or cooking, or sometimes even if I'm just like working and I've just got noise in the background. And recently a load of like my most used perfumes or body mists or items in my collection with the biggest dents have just came up, and I've been kind of like sucking it in. I was like, this is such a good idea. I'm well past the trend, it was done years ago, but I'll tag some people down below of similar videos to this that I just really enjoyed and sort of took inspiration from. So that is what we're doing today. I picked out some mists and some perfumes. I have 2 full-size perfumes, 2 mini perfumes, and then 12 mists I think it is, and these are just like ones that had a noticeable dent. I know that I have use out of, some favourites, some not so favourites, just things that has use in my collection. Now, I have to say, I am a die-hard product user up girly. My autism needs structure. I need to know what I'm going to use for my shower that night. I need to have a select couple of products because a collection like mine could definitely become overwhelming if I didn't have my set routines and my project user up, which I love to have. So most of the items with dents in my collection are from projects, I have to say. Some are from natural use, especially the perfumes and things, but I just wanted to talk through them. I thought it was a really fun video idea, so that's what we're doing. Also, I just wanted to chat today. My parents left for the Caribbean cruise. They are literally on the flight right now. They're about halfway there to Barbados that they're going to start in. And it's so exciting. It's to celebrate their 50th birthday and it's just incredible. So my sister's at work, my nan's at work, so it's just me in the house. It's going to be like this for about a week or so before I go on my birthday holiday with my boyfriend. So just to fill the time and my lunch breaks and time around work or whatever, I just thought I'd film. I did miss the weekday video this week, but that was because I was so busy with all of the celebrations for my parents and just getting them ready and off on their amazing adventure and sorting the house out and everything. So I have got my Saturday video for you guys, which I did say I would prioritise over weekdays if it came to it. Okay, I think I'm going to start with perfumes because I only have 4 and we'll just get into those. So like I said, I have 2 full size and 2 minis. The 2 minis are actually from like the same family. So this was from a pack that I had been given in samples of the Marc Jacobs Daisy collection. These are super cute. I think I used up one already. I have another one on my little perfume shelf that's like pretty much full, and I have these 2, which I think are probably my favourites from the collection, or just like have the most general use because I think they go with a lot of things, are the Daisy Dreams in the blue and the pale blue. I'm going to get the notes up. Okay, so first up we have like the white one, which I've used about half of, I would say. I know this is only like a tiny, like probably like 5 or 10 mil, but it's a dent. This is the Marc Jacobs Daisy Dream Eau de Toilette, and this one has notes of light and airy. Daisy Dream is both fruity and floral, with top notes of blackberry, grapefruit and succulent pear, heart notes of jasmine, lychee and blue wisteria, and down dry of white woods, musk and coconut water. That's probably why I love this fragrance so much, because it has both pear and lychee and blackberry, actually, like 3 of my favourite fruits and notes. This one's so nice. It's so light. I definitely get like the jasmine and the blue wisteria, which I think creates a aquatic type of floral. It's not overly headache inducing, it's not like a white floral. It's just really nice, very like clean perfume, but like the fruitiness brings something else. Yeah, I love this perfume. I don't think it's quite my type of perfume. Like when I buy a perfume, it's either to like go out. That's why I have like my Hugo Boss one, Opium. I have a Burberry Hair. They're my very like going out type scents. Daisy Dream is very like soft, airy, fairy, floral. And I would just, if I want that kind of scent, I would probably just go for a fragrance mist rather than a perfume. It is really nice. Yeah, it just gives like clean, soft, feminine, fruity vibes. Okay, then the other one, which is the darker blue, is the Marc Jacobs Daisy Dream Forever. And it is this one, which as you can see, literally has the tiniest little amount left. I should say, I take this Daisy Dream to work just as like a top-up scent throughout the day, especially if I'm out and about. I don't know, I feel very professional in this, I think. And it also pairs with this fragrance mist that I like to wear to work a lot. This one has just been sat on my shelf. I have travelled with it. I've broke the cap off the top, so it has been on my mind to use this up, and literally, what's that, like 2 or 3 dabs like over a couple of days and that will be gone. This one says that it has top notes of blackberry, pear and grapefruit, heart notes of blue wisteria, jasmine and fresh lychee, and then blonde woods as the base. Is that not just the exact same as the other one? I don't really know. Is there anyone out there who can tell me how this works, the dark blue compared to the light blue? Because they have the exact same notes. Is one an eau de parfum and one an eau de toilette? Yes, okay, so this is the eau de toilette and this is the eau de parfum. So the parfum is going to be a stronger, intense, more intense fragrance, which I think is where the like very deep notes of the wood comes out. If I was gonna buy one, I would probably buy the dark blue one because it's like more intense, I guess. I don't know, it's like on offer on Boots at the minute for like half price, which is quite good, but yeah, I don't know if I'll ever buy it. Okay, moving on. They were just like the little minis. I wanted to get out of the way and say that I do use those in my collection and I do really enjoy them. Okay, the next one I have like doesn't have a massive dent. However, I have to prefix this with like how new it is. I've literally had this bottle for a couple of months and I've worn it loads. The dent just doesn't really seem to appear. But this is from Hollister. I do love a Hollister fragrance and I got this at Christmas in the sale. And this one is raspberry and agave and it's the Hollister Juice House, the Eau de Parfum in the 30ml. Now, like I say, it doesn't look like a massive dent, but this one was like brand new to the top. I've only had it for like 3 months. It's not really been the season for it because it's fruity, but I love this. It pairs with everything. The raspberry is so sweet. The agave really sweetens it up as well. Tart raspberry, so good. And like this pairs with so many good things, like especially kind of like fruity gourmands, like raspberry jam donut, that pairs perfectly with this. That blueberry one, the blueberry pancake one from Bath and Body Works. On this with so many different things. Champagne toast, it also pairs really nice with. I just love this and I have been wearing it loads. I know it doesn't look like it, but I really have. So this one is where the real dents really start to come in. This is my last perfume with loads of use. So this one is the Jimmy Choo Leo Eau de Toilette. So many words. This is the Leo. This is the pink bottle. And as you can see, this literally could get used up in maybe 1 or 2 uses, but this fragrance is really quite special to me. Sorry for any interruption. The doorbell went and obviously I'm the only one here so I had to answer it. But like I was saying, Jimmy Choo Leo. This is one of these very special fragrances that I think everyone has in their collection. So this was my 16th birthday present. I wore it to prom. Both proms, like high school and college prom. I wore it to my university graduation, a lot of birthday celebrations, 18th, 16th. Like this was my fragrance between the age of 16 and 18. It's just special for that reason. I didn't quite realise how special it was until I got quite far down in the bottle and became very sentimental about it and was like, okay, yeah, no, I need to save this. And when I smell, as soon as I smell this, I can see my prom dress. I can like I'm just in that room in my blue dress. It's insane how a fragrance takes you back. I wore this the whole summer that I was 16. I mean, that was like nearly 8 years ago, which is just insane. This one is a floral fruity fragrance that first launched in 2017, so the year I turned 16. It features the top notes of hibiscus and bergamot, hot notes of nectarine and peony, and base of cedar and musk. So although it does have that peony note in that I don't always particularly love, the hibiscus and the nectarine in this is beautiful. Like, oh, I don't know, it kind of almost has like a jasmine kind of note to it. Yeah, it's so nice. I will treasure this. And if I ever was to use it up, I would definitely buy a new bottle because like I said, smelling this takes me back to those years, that summer and things, and it just brings me straight back. You know, there's other fragrances that reminds me of like high school type things, just like general high school, like the Hollister fragrances and some Victoria's Secret ones, but this reminds me of the very special moments of when I was a teen. So yeah, like I say, I even wore this to my university graduation, so it's been there for everything, and yeah, I will treasure it. And like I say, I will just have to read pictures if I was to ever finish it up, but I don't think I will. Okay, I have 2 miscellaneous mists and then the rest of Victoria's Secret or Bath and Body Works. So my first miscellaneous mist is actually this Body Shop one. I don't talk about Body Shop. These kind of fragrances, they used to carry them for their like whole generic, like all year round fragrance lines, like the shea, the coconut, the mango, the rose, all that type of thing. These do a body mist and then a little eau de parfum like fragrance in every single scent. All of the different, like, you know, just their standard scents, the core Body Shop scents. They don't seem to do them as often. I know my sister had mentioned that they have like odds and ends. Sometimes they have the strawberry and the vanilla and the rose and whatever. But as whenever they used to come in stock when I worked, they would sell out straight away. So this is the Satsuma one. Satsuma was my absolute go-to favourite when I worked at the Body Shop. I've definitely come down on the hype. It's not my absolute favourite anymore. I don't really wear it as often. I think I maybe went through 1 or 2 bottles when I worked there. Just smells like a tangerine Satsuma kind of scent, but does have like a slight undertone of like bleach. It kind of smells like a cleaner a little bit. I would never wear this just on its own, like even on like a beautiful hot summery day, which I think this scent deserves. I would have to mix it with something else because I don't know. I don't think I'm like a one scent note kind of girl anymore, but I do really enjoy this fragrance. It's really fresh, it's really light. Like, it is nice, but like I say, it has a slight like cleaning, like bleach kind of note to it, and it just is that one single scent note. But as you can see, I did start working my way through this scent. I remember back in my old place, I used to not live with my parents, I used to use this as a bin spray. So that honestly might have been how this got some use, because I used to use it as a bin refresher and now I can't get it out of my head. But yeah, that is my Body Shop with the biggest dent. And I have one miscellaneous mist that has a big dent, and you guys are going to be shocked to see this. So this is this Midnight Cherry from Next, just Next, not like a brand. I have had it in a couple of projects now, and I didn't carry it over to the spring project because, I don't know, you guys, I'm going to give an update on my spring project next week, but I've definitely failed in a couple of areas, and one was not enough fragrance mists. So I've kind of been like tinning to my collection because I've just not got enough mists in my project to fit every scenario. I love wearing this to work. It's also been really great at the gym, and as you can see, I'm like halfway through on this bottle. Obviously all of this was done in a project, but like I have made even more progress outside of the project, like the most I've ever made in 1 month on this item. And yeah, it's all the way down here. This is like, well, it has notes on it. So it is top notes of cherry and almond, mid of jasmine and violet, and base of vanilla. It's definitely a almond leaning cherry. Kind of got those florals. I definitely get. It's very strong. Almost headache inducing on the first couple of sniffs, but once it settles down, it's really nice. It's also really nice to mix with the vanilla to bring out more of that vanilla and make it more of like a kind of cherry almond shortbread cookie type thing, like a cherry tart type note. I've been enjoying this, and it's now one of my, if not most used mists, and like it's on the chopping block. She's ready to go. I'm just going to use up as much as I can, hopefully call it empty soon. That was my 2 miscellaneous mists. Let's get into some Victoria's Secrets. Now these have got use on them because they are absolute favourites, and they've gone into projects and been very successful. Okay, this is probably the least dent, and this is the Nectar Wave. I would use this up in a heartbeat. It would probably take me about 3 days because I am addicted to this scent. It's fresh agave and pink berries. Addicted. The way this one layers with the hollow set, raspberry and agave, a dream. However, I only have one. I don't have any other backed up in my collection. I don't see it on Vinted very often. They've never brought it back. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely incredible. The agaves and the agave with the berry, it's sweet, it's tart. So sweet, it's so sugary. It does remind me of a couple other Bath and Body Works ones. They're like sweet, like the cotton candy kind of scents, the macaron cloud kind of scent, the among the clouds, buttercups and berry bellini, those kind of scents, but it's so unique still, and I think it's the agave like sweetness. I love it. So it has got some use that I used in a project. I think it was with Among the Clouds because it's very, very similar to Among the Clouds, but yeah, I love it. And I didn't know I loved it so much when I picked it up, but I would have picked up maybe 3. Okay, next use I have is this Blackberry Fizz, which was in my winter project, was it? Yep. So this one is about halfway, and this one is Blackberry Sorbet, Velvet Dahlia, Shine Bright. This is another one I don't have backed up in my collection, and on the initial spritz of this one you get a lot of the blackberry. It's very fruity. And then on the dry down, it dries to the dahlia and the perfumey notes, which are kind of deep and kind of sexy. Like, I really enjoy this fragrance. It's definitely like mature blackberry kind of scent, which I love. I love this in the winter. It was a perfect wintry perfumey kind of scent. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. So I got like actually over halfway on this one, and I think next winter, or this winter coming up this year, I will probably use the rest because I really enjoyed this. Not something I will like search for on Vinted and like try and get more of, because I think you can kind of make similar scents to this, but if I ever saw it come up in a sale or if I saw it cheap on Vinted, I would definitely re-pick it up. It's just kind of like a generic fruity perfumey scent, but one I really enjoy. Okay, last Victoria's Secret one is, of course, no shockers, Love Spell. So I went through my collection this morning looking for my scents with the most dents. I counted up that I now have 4 Love Spell mists. 4. Like, I had to say to my mum, this year for my birthday, could you get me something different to Love Spell? Just because I have 4. Because she buys me every year for Christmas on my birthday. Yeah, but this one does have a big dent. So this one is down to the last quarter, a third, I don't really know. It's right down here, and I love this fragrance. And like I say, I made some mistakes with my spring project, but I will be going back to this old timer very, very soon. It's almost Love Spell weather. This one has notes of cherry blossom, fresh peach, impossible to resist. But this one, yeah, it's peachy, it's perfumey, it's kind of floral. I think for a lot of people, like, this is like their high school kind of fragrance, but I actually discovered this when I was about 17, 18, a little bit older. And I didn't wear it for years and then came back to it when I was about 21, I think. So about 2 years ago. Haven't stopped wearing it since. The amount of compliments I get on this fragrance is insane. I've been stopped in the street. I've been stopped in the post office queue. I've been stopped in the supermarket. My friends compliment me every time I wear this. My aunties, my cousins. Like, honestly, this is my signature scent. I think everyone needs to discover their signature scent in life, and this is mine. Couple of spritz, it lasts all day, and people always compliment me. Like I said, I've literally been stopped in the middle of town and asked what I'm wearing. I've pointed straight to Victoria's Secret and I've gone the purple spray. Incredible. Yeah, I love it. We'll definitely finish this bottle up this year and move on to a new one soon. Okay, then I have some Bath and Body Works. I have one in the Diamond Shimmer Mist, and this again is no surprise from my winter project, which I did really, really well with. This is Dream Bright in the Diamond Shimmer Mist, and as we can see, it's almost halfway. Like, I got it a little bit further than the mark, but like, it's almost at this kind of packaging, which I would say is halfway. Really thoroughly enjoyed this one. It's Sapphire Berries, Night Bloom, and Orchid and Crystallized Vanilla. Not only did I fall in love with this scent over the winter, I fell in love with this product. Like, it was so fun. Oh, it smells so good. It's very wintry, it's very perfumey, like, it brings me straight back to winter. It's not the time for it right now, but like, this just incredible shimmer was so nice. I wore a lot of black over the winter. I went out to like a lot of parties and nights out, and I felt so festive, and just like, yeah, the shimmer just added something. I know a lot of people say that they use these in the summer when they're wearing short dresses and shorts and things, and they pop it on their legs. That sounds real fun. I'm so glad that I have this backed up in the normal spray as well. Yeah, I think this is definitely going to be a winter staple for me for a long time. I love Dream Bright. Okay, let's see if I can put the normal ones into some kind of used, like the most order. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, I think this is right. So, my least most used is the Magnolia Charm. So, I love this fragrance. It was kind of like a surprise, non-surprise. It has notes of dewy pear blossom, blooming magnolia, and fresh cedar. I love woody notes. I love pear notes. Magnolia definitely threw me off, and the fact that it's dewy pear blossom, that's very like, it just screams white floral, but I love this scent. And it has kind of like a scent memory for me, because when I very first started my job that I'm currently in now, I was office based 5 days a week for the first possibly 2 months before I transitioned into home working and the office like once or twice a week. And this is what I wore for those first couple of months. It was my office fragrance. It just made me feel grown and put together, especially being it like my first job after university. I love it. It's definitely watery, it's definitely perfumey, but the pear like just gives it something like that brings it back to my kind of level, like a little bit of fruitiness. It's quite sharp, like for my kind of scent. It's like a little bit on the sharp kind of perfume note. It pairs incredibly with the Daisy Dreams. Like, they're on the very similar, like, florally, perfumey, watery, mature girly, clean, girly kind of scent notes, if that makes sense. So good. Yeah, and it does remind me of that time. And honestly, that's why I've not really worn it as much, because it kind of became like a sentimental scent, and I now wear like fragrances to work that are more seasonal because it's a lot more casual than I ever thought it was gonna be. I just wear whatever's in my project and whatever I'm feeling, but this is like, yeah. If I was to ever get like a high powered like office, like 9 till 5 office, 5 days a week job, this would be my go-to. But yeah, I do love Magnolia Charm. Okay, this was kind of like a mystery in my collection. This is in 1,000 Wishes, and I'll be completely honest, I don't remember if this was my original or my backed up one, but I know that I did declutter one because I had another full size, which I think was older than this one. I don't know what happened, but this is from 2022. It's Pink Prosecco, Crystal Peonies, and Gilded Amber. I'd say these two are the only ones I've never been in a project. I don't think they're just very organic use. This is 1,000 Wishes. I went through an 1,000 Wishes phase. It was the winter that I first lived here back with my parents after I moved out of my place, and I was just using it a lot. My collection wasn't huge, like it obviously wasn't as big as it is now. It was still quite big, and I used it over the winter. Yeah, I used it over that winter. I used it for like Christmas time and stuff. I don't know, I had an 1,000 Wishes phase, and then I quickly got over it. I don't know. I don't love this fragrance. I mean, there's a lot of things in here that I do like. I love Prosecco notes, I love bubbly notes, amber, I love amber notes in other fragrances, but then it has the peony. And we all know I don't get along with peony too well. This kind of just reminds me of like an more mature lady kind of fragrance. Yeah, it's definitely the peony that throws me off, but 1,000 Wishes is a staple. It's obviously one that I've got to have in my collection as a Bath & Body Works content creator and YouTuber and whatever, so I have to have this one. And I do prefer the 1,000 Wishes, the Christmas one, 1,000 Christmas Wishes, because I think it has like a fruity note, but yeah, it's nice. It's just nice. Okay, next one we have is Champagne Sprinkles. This one's so fun. Again, I use this a little bit in a spring project, but it is down to about here. This one has notes of sparkling champagne, raspberry icing, and rainbow sprinkles. So again, it has that bubbly note, which I love. I've not come across a Bath & Body Works scent with champagne or Prosecco in that I haven't adored. I suppose except for 1,000 Wishes, I don't like love, but I do like the Prosecco note. Also has the raspberry icing, which definitely makes it a little bit more gourmand. And then the rainbow sprinkles. This reminds me of, okay, hear me out. Imagine if Butterbeer from Harry Potter was pink. It was raspberry flavoured. That is what this is. It is a raspberry creamsicle. Oh, it's so good. It's so unique. I've never smelled anything like this. Like, you would think with this having the raspberry note and then you also have raspberry jam donut, you could maybe assume they would be quite similar, but they're so different. This literally smells like raspberry icing. The top of a pink sprinkled donut. Good. I wish I had this in like a candle or something, because this in like the centre of my room, like home fragrance, would be incredible. On me, I'm not a massive fan, but I could sniff this all day and be happy, be one happy girl. But on my like actual body chemistry, I don't love it. Oh, but yeah, I would, maybe I could use this as a room spray, but then I don't want to feel like I'm wasting it. But yeah, she's delicious. She is beautiful. I think maybe like a body lotion would be real nice, but then I guess it's still sitting on my skin. I don't know. I just treasure this. It's such a good one in my collection. Okay. Then we have, this is where things kind of go like funny. Like, this is such a big mix of fragrances I love and adore, like Love Spell, Magnolia Charm, Nectar Wave, and then we have ones that I'm like, how does that have so much use in my collection? Like 1,000 Wishes and Beautiful Day. I know that did I buy this one second hand, so it might have had a bit of a use on it, but this one is down to here. This one has notes of sun-kissed apples, sparkling cassis, wild daisies, pink peonies, and fresh woods. When I was first getting into Bath & Body Works in 2021 era, Bath & Body Works was big. Of course it was big. It was huge. But I feel like now there is like a big, huge YouTube crowd that do first impressions and reviews and things. And sometimes I would just watch a video and like, oh, Beautiful Day's got an apple note. I'd go, well, I'm going to love Beautiful Day then because it's got an apple note. And I would completely ignore the other scent notes. Now I tend to sit and watch reviews and like hear what they've got to say. Like, a big example of this is I have an amazing, incredible, actually I'm going to shout her out right now. Amazing, incredible internet friend and subscriber who is just doing she's just doing me the biggest of favours in the whole wide world. She is very lucky and gets to go out to the US a couple of times a year, and she has just started a US importing Facebook group where you can request things. She brings them home and to the UK, and then she ships them out to you, and obviously there's fees and you can pay for everything, but she is amazing. She makes sure to see what is available for you. You can request things, like I said, or she posts in things that she's already got that you can buy off her. I'm going to tag her Facebook down below, the link to the actual group, so that, because I think it's a really great way to get hold of items currently. And we were kind of talking about like the Disney collection. Like, obviously she could pick it up for me. She could pick up the whole collection for me if I wanted. And then I was watching reviews, and yeah, they're just not for me. They're very floral. There's some aquatic notes in there, but mainly floral perfumey notes. I would love the Moana fragrance because, I don't know, Moana's my spirit girl, but I don't need it. Like, I don't know. The Disney collection did not call to my heart like the Bridgerton collection did, or like the Easter collection is. She's my queen. She's going to pick me up the Easter collection if possible. I'm so excited for that. But yeah, shout out to Lily. Like I say, details down in the description. But yeah, I'm just so much better now with reviews and like actually looking into what I would like. This has notes of sparkling cassis. I don't like cassis. Wild daisies, don't particularly like wild daisies. Pink peonies. I know that I hate the peony note now, but you've got to live and you've got to learn and you've got to find these things out. I've struggled with this fragrance so much. We also have the faceted version of Beautiful Day, which is about, I reckon it's got about a third left, and my sister is currently finishing that up for me, and then I will give her this one to finish up because it's just not for me. But she does have use on there, but she is eventually going to go. Okay, next one I have is the Bahamas Passion Fruit and Banana Flower. This made me so excited for summer because I loved using this last summer and I'm so excited for it to come back around again. This one has notes of passion fruit, pineapple leaves and banana flower. I love this fragrance. So I have to say, I went to New York for the first time in 2022. Would have been spring 2022. I got so lucky. Like, when I think back, that was one of the best spring launches Bath & Body Works has done in a long time. Like, it was that like big shopish collection with the whipped berry meringue, the peach prosecco one, the obviously I think it had strawberry pancake, the coconut cream pie, it had the pear one. Did I say that? I don't know. The pear one. And then they also had like the Easter collection, which, oh, if I could take myself back there, I'd have paid for an extra bag to bring stuff home. But now I have amazing people like Lily who'll do it for me. But basically, same time as like the spring, because it was like April, the summer started to launch, and they had the usual Waikiki Beach Coconut, the Bahamas Passion Fruit and Banana Flower, Pink Pineapple Sunrise, blah blah blah. But I passed on this. Am I crazy? I was like, no, I don't really like the banana flower. Like, how did I miss passion fruit? I love passion fruit, and I think the banana flowers really put me off. This also has a pineapple note. I love pineapple. Like, are you kidding me? Because it was pineapple leaves, I think I'd assume it would be like green and floral, which it's definitely not like fresh, juicy pineapple. The passion fruit is incredible, but it just gives depth. It gives something else to this fragrance, that not just pineapple or not just passion fruit. The banana flower is definitely like leafy green. I don't know, but it's not like greenery. Do you know what I mean? I love this fragrance so much. It's so complex for like a simple-ish kind of scent. I really enjoy it, and as you can see, I did get like about a quarter of this bottle finished last summer, and definitely gonna get some more love on it next summer. Okay, this is one I was super shocked when I found in my collection. I was like, hi. I don't even think I remember having this, never mind using this so much. But this is the Buttercups and Berry Bellini, which was also part of that 2022 spring launch from when I was in New York. I didn't pick this up when I was there. They also had the Peach Bellini with it, I think it was. Oh my god, I would have, again, made so much love out of that collection. Like, I would have brought so much home with me, but I ended up getting it on Vinted, I think this was. This one's notes of strawberry puree, buttercup flowers, and bubbly prosecco. Again, strawberry note, oh, incredible. So again, the bubbly prosecco, I love a bubbly note, and then the strawberry puree. Oh, such a nice fragrance. It's definitely generic. I think that's probably how I had so much use on this, because it was clearly in a spring project and I got a lot of use. It's very generic. There's definitely something, like the buttercup flowers, honestly almost make it greener than the Bahamas Passion Fruit and Banana Flower. It's definitely there, it's florally, but like flowery floral, do you know what I mean? Like, it smells like the head of a flower. Puree just sweetens it up. I wouldn't say it's like specifically a strawberry scent. You don't get a mass amount of strawberry from this. And the Prosecco. It's just a really nice spring scent. It definitely pairs with a lot. It just kind of reminds me of like a picnic. I don't know. Like imagine like late spring, early summer, walk down the canal, have a little picnic, stop off. I don't know. This is something really like sweet and just like, I think I might have worn this like for dates last year. I don't know. I might have worn this on my first date with my boyfriend. With like my boy, like with the, like I went on my first date and he's now my boyfriend. Do you know what I mean? Or I could have worn Love Spell, actually. It might have been Love Spell, but yeah, it definitely reminds me of our dates last summer and things. So yeah, I don't know. It's fun. I really had a good fun time looking through my collection. I highly recommend this if you have a channel or not. Go in your collection, see what has dents. If things surprise you, pull it out, use it more. If things don't shock you, like for example, I was not shocked that Love Spell had like so much use on it. But then I was like, well, it's got so much use on it, I may as well just finish this up. Like, this is a really good reminder. Like, this fragrance that just smells like those days of being 16 and takes me back to those memories. Such a nice trip down memory lane. But yeah, I had fun with this. I'm not going to have fun putting it all back, but I had fun. So, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your most dented products are. Like, I just think it's so fun. Are they not fine fragrance mist? Do you go through perfumes more? Or do you prefer to use up minis first? Or whatever. Like, just let me know what you guys have got use out of in your collection or some favourites. And let me know, did you guys shop the spring 2022 Bath & Body Works? Because I miss those days. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, which will be my empties and project use up, which I am going to do my bestest to get those out before I go on holiday next weekend. Fingers crossed, time permitting, lighting permitting, life permitting. Anyway, see you there. Bye!